I'm Larry Fishman. I'm the founder and current president of Fishman Music. We've been around for 36 years now, and the business was an accidental business. It was not planned. There was no investors. There was no business plan or anything like that. I was a engineering graduate, mechanical engineering from a school in North Carolina. Came to Boston, and I've been a musician my whole life. Played cello in orchestras and electric bass and double bass and blues bands. I really got the jazz bug, so I came to Boston to study at Berkeley. So I hung around Boston for a couple of years, worked as an engineer, saved every penny, then enrolled in Berkeley and stayed there for 5 semesters doing a composition degree, and then went on the road playing double bass with mostly jazz groups. And life was good. And the phenomena at the time was the clubs stopped maintaining their pianos because, you know, the working musician was dumb enough to say, yeah, I can bring a Rhodes in. Oh, good, we don't have to tune the piano. So all of a sudden, our mainstream jazz quintet's working in a place that the piano is no longer usable. John Alemo, my piano player, brings his Rhodes in. The guitar player was playing archtop, is now playing, you know, he started bringing a Les Paul in. Band started getting louder. I'm playing double bass. They can't hear me, yada, yada. I had a mic in front of me at that time. And they said, look, we really want you to play Fender. And I said, I really want to play double bass. So being the only bass player in Boston, probably with a little machine shop in my basement, I decided to start working on bass pickups. And it took me about a year to really get something that I thought was you know, better than anything that was out there. Made it for myself, figured that was the end of it. I was basically gigging and not really thinking about an electronics business at all. And unfortunate, it wasn't you know, a total disaster, but I shattered this finger in a table saw mishap. I was making some furniture and a piece of maple kicked out and just obliterated the end of that finger, so I couldn't play bass for a few months. I figured, well, I have an old Czech bass, it needs a lot of work, you know, it's about an 80-year-old bass. I brought it down to a local repairman. He called me 2 days ago, he said, gee, where'd you get this pickup? I tried it out, it's amazing. I said, well, I built it for myself. He said, you know, I can sell these, can you make more? And I said, hell yeah, I can't gig for 2 months, you know. So I started making bass pickups, and one thing led to another. Electric violin builder contacted me. I designed some pickups for him that we're still selling today. You know, just started getting a reputation for being good at this stuff. I got a call from the New England rep for Guild Guitars. He said they were looking for a system. I went down to Rhode Island. Didn't know a lot about acoustic guitars. Actually had to borrow one to get the project going. Wasn't really sure how they worked. And lo and behold, I sold them a system, which they said, you know, they would take as soon as 500 of them, as soon as I could make them. I said, great, no problem. I got a call from Mark Durange from Guild the next day. He said, you know, we were buying something else from yada yada in California that wasn't working, but that had a preamp on the guitar. You can supply the preamp too, right? And I said, yeah, sure. I had no clue. So I went to my local bar. There was a friend of mine, Richard, who was an electronics guy. I said, Richard, I need some help. I need a preamp for these pickups I'm making. Did a little circuit on the back of a napkin, and we built the first 500 in my basement. We etched them with ferric chloride in the laundry sink. It was totally illegal. Did all the drilling with a drill press. But it was fun, you know? And that led to a connection with Martin Guitars. And that got really serious because I submitted a design to them for their thin line, second generation thin line. They took it to a trade show. I got a call from Hugh Bloom, the president, after the show. He said, Larry, can you come down to Nazareth? I want to talk to you about this pickup. Went down, go in this conference room. There's this, you know, 400-yard long mahogany table. There's about 9 guys from Martin there. I'm by myself. It was a little intimidating. He said, we need 10,000 of them next year. Can you do this? And I said, what? We negotiated a price. I went home, told the wife that I had this thing going on. She said, not in my house. We rented 5,000 square feet of industrial space in Woburn. Bought a bunch of used workbenches, Got all my friends that I played music with at night who wanted a day gig to come in, and started, officially incorporated Fishman and started the company. And that was 35 years ago. It's our 36th year. And it's just been, one of those fairy tale things. The company has grown, we've matured. We're really the largest supplier of pickup systems for acoustic guitar companies in the world. We ship our goods to 75 brands worldwide. So that's kind of where we're at right now.